What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. So I'm sitting here thinking about what Bob Arum said about Shakur Stevenson, saying that Shakur Stevenson wasn't a draw. And it makes me question everything Bob Arum says. I mean, I stopped believing anything he said after what he said about Vasily Lomachenko being the greatest thing since Muhammad Ali. That's when I knew we should draw the line on a guy like Bob Arum. Anything he says, we shouldn't take it literal anymore. That's when I knew his old age was getting to him when he said that. That's when I knew he was a problem in the sport of boxing for some of the stuff he says and some of the stuff he does. You know, because that was wild when he compared Vasily Lomachenko to he said he's the greatest thing since Muhammad Ali. I was like, wow. You know, everybody was confused when they heard that. You know, till this day, we're still confused. I remember when Devin Haney was fighting Vasily Lomachenko, or about to go into a fight with Vasily Lomachenko, and he asked Bob, well, Devin's pop asked Bob, do you still think Vasily Lomachenko is the best thing since Muhammad Ali? So when we beat him, will you keep that same energy and say that? And Bob Arum didn't even know what to say. He was shocked. Bill Haney asked him that. But anyway, I don't want to get off topic. The point of the video is to talk about what Bob said about Shakur. He says Shakur Stevenson is not a draw. And you guys are looking at Floyd Mayweather. Bob Arum said the same thing about Floyd Mayweather. He said the same thing about Terence Crawford. You know, Terence Crawford just did it. As soon as he left Bob Arum, he did his pay-per-view with Earl Spence. Pay-per-view did 700K pay-per-view buys, almost $1 million, close to $1 million, right? Floyd Mayweather left Bob Arum. He said as soon as he left Bob, he made his highest payday, and he had his highest pay-per-view number, right? I mean, it's just a pattern. This just goes to show there's nothing new under the sun. Bob Arum will never change. He's been doing this shit. He's almost 100 years old. He's been doing this for the longest, and he's not going to change for nobody. And we just need to realize that and just accept that what Bob Arum be saying, it has some racial bias to it. Because, like I said before, he only says that about the black fighters that know their worth. Guys like Floyd Mayweather, guys like Terence Crawford, and guys like Vasily Lomachenko, and guys like Shakur Stevenson. Those are the only guys he say the shit about. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the only guys he say shit like that about. My only problem with this situation is when these guys finally realize that Bob doesn't have their best interests at heart, some of them stick around for too long, like Crawford. Crawford's my guy. But I think Crawford should have been left Bob, man. He wasted too many prime years over there with Bob when he should have been left. Shakur is lucky he's still in his 20s, man. So I'm glad he's figuring this shit out now. He's still in his 20s. But let's not forget, when Terence Crawford first left Bob, Shakur made a crazy statement one time. And Bob, people was talking about it. They was saying Crawford's leaving Bob because there's some racial bias going on over there. And Shakur was like, he's not doing it to me or some shit like that. I remember like it was yesterday, though. And now Shakur is backtracking on what's going on. But it's Floyd Mayweather, man. Can you guys literally sit down and think about it? Bob Arum really said Floyd Mayweather wasn't a draw. He wasn't an attraction. And he'll never be a superstar. Now look at Floyd Mayweather now. Are you serious? It's like Bob Arum says the opposite of what he knows is going to happen. Why he keep doing that? It's like he says the opposite of what he knows is going to happen or what he fears is going to happen. Pretty much. Because him saying that makes absolutely no sense. Because everybody that he has said that about went on to make way more money, went on to do way better things. You understand what I'm saying? So it's crazy that he's saying that. It's really crazy that he's saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, guys, I'm still scratching my head at the fact that Bobby Arum said that to Floyd Mayweather. Like, after that, like, Bobby Arum shouldn't even have a voice no more. Seriously. Because everything he said about Floyd Mayweather is the complete opposite of what happened. Everything he said about Mayweather is the complete opposite of what happened. Complete opposite, bro. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Everything he said about that man is the complete opposite of what happened. He did the same shit with Bud Crawford, and it looks like it's going to be the complete opposite as well. Now he's doing it with Shakur. These fighters need to learn that Bob Arum has a history of doing this shit. And this is getting ridiculous at this point. At this point, he just needs to retire from boxing because his takes on the sport of boxing is ridiculous. Because we can easily expose everything he's saying. He got to realize this. He has to realize he's in a time where he's not really too hip to because he's an older fella. He's in the age of technology, bro. Everything you say, we can pull it back up. Everything you've been saying, we can pull it up with just a touch of a button. If it's recorded or it's documented, we can pull it right up. We can literally pull up everything Bob Arum has said over the years about guys like Terence, Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, and now Shakur Stevenson. When we check his track record, he only does that to certain fighters he knows has the potential to be a Mount Rushmore type of fighter. This just further proof that he only does this to certain fighters that he knows has that potential to be great. Like I'm saying, history always repeats itself, and Bob Arum always shows himself to be a fraud. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm glad we have all of this shit recorded, because every time he does this, we need to talk about it. We need to expose it, because people are going to run with what he says and don't check his track record that he's been doing this shit. And the fact that he did it to Mayweather is ridiculous. I mean, look at Mayweather now. Like, it's laughable that he said that about Mayweather years ago.